Lord, you are great.
2019 was the last time I actually won a medal of this magnitude, when I won the national championships. And when I did, I actually should have given a testimony because I didn't realize the significance of what I was doing at a young age. I thought, I'll be fine, I'll keep winning, it's fine. But even when you get those achievements, you have to acknowledge them. So I haven't had a medal since that point. We had COVID, pandemic, I had many injuries back to back to back. And last year was actually the worst year I had in my career. I missed the whole season, I didn't compete, lost sponsorships. To be honest with you, I was actually considering retirement. I'm 27, I'm still even coming into my prime, but I wanted to retire because I didn't really know the direction my life was going in. And it was depressing, to be honest with you, very, very depressing. You know, I'm known for being an athlete and I couldn't run. So that was tough. But why I actually have to thank Pastor Bento a lot is because I remember when I came to the church, we was in the old building I don't know where it was, the old one. Yeah, Rainham, that's it, yeah, Rainham. And I remember coming with my mum, she was dragging me, come to church. But I thank her for that though, because I haven't left since.
Did you hear that? He said, I thank her for that though, because I haven't left since.
Yeah.
I give God the glory.
I remember I walked in and then Pastor called me out and he didn't know me, nothing. He said, you're going to go to the Olympics this year. And I was like, okay, I believe it, but how did he know that? I went to the Olympics that year, so I said, okay, there's something here going on.
Are you with me here today? He went, the Lord confirmed this word.
Yeah,
he went to Olympics that year.
Yeah, it happened. And why I thank him a lot is because everybody in the professional world wrote me off, giving up on me. You know, people that used to hail me in a certain way, oh, you know how it goes. So, but Pastor always said the same thing, like, God is going to do something, God is going to do something. So he believed in me more than I believed in myself at certain points. So I looked at it and said, if this man can believe in me so much, there has to be something here that I need to keep on pushing for. So yeah, like I said, last year was awful, and I had to make a decision because it's the Olympics this year in Paris, and this is the pinnacle for us in our sport. Everybody's going to watch the 100 meters in the summer, and I want to be there. So I said, I have to make a change. Something has to switch because the way I'm going is not looking good. So I made a few coaching changes. I was training in America, I was training here, but I came back to the UK. I'm training with my former coach now. Made a lot of changes, but most importantly, I think I started to be still and try to listen to God a bit more and just get direction and not do things off my own understanding, because clearly that doesn't work. So 4 months ago, I couldn't even walk without pain. I'll be coming to church, I'll be getting up, hips hurting me. I'll be jogging, pain, doctors, I paid so much money for injections, almost had surgery. So I was looking at it thinking, I'm not sure how long it's going to take for me to get back to a high level again, but we'll just take it step by step. So most people will take them a long, long time to recover from the injury that I had. And 5 months later, I've started my indoor season. So this is almost like our pre-season for the summer. And my races were going well. I ran some of my fastest times I haven't run for 6 years. So things were getting there. Pastor kept saying, just wait. So I was saying, okay, this is good signs. Just keep trusting God. And things were going well, but then unfortunately, my younger cousin was stabbed 3 weeks ago now. So I had a competition in Germany. I was in good spirits. I messaged, race has gone well. Then I get a call, he's been stabbed. And that rocked the whole family. So it's another setback again, because mentally, when you're doing a sprint, you know, you need that focus. Anything, you need to be close to perfect even. So if anything is off, it will mess up your results. And there's been so many times where I should have achieved something and then something random will happen, whether it's a full start or an injury, or I don't even know what was going on spiritually, but something will just go wrong. So I said, okay, this is another challenge again. But I said, no, okay, this time around, we're going to stay the course. It's gonna go well. And I was even having a few issues with my body. The injury was recovered, but I was still having a few issues. So I thought, is this going to be another one again? I meant to do something, it doesn't work. So, like I said, I came to church, I think it was 2 weeks ago. We spoke, and he gave me a piece of the altar, and I just said, you know what? God is going to do it. So I went to Birmingham, good spirits, believing. I was texting Pastor, said, this is my race time. Some BBC me. So I went to the first, every time I went, I just took it with me. I just held it, prayed, went to the race. It went. And then we got to the final, and I just stood on the start line, and I said, God is going to do it. And to God be the glory, I was able to get a bronze medal yesterday.
My name is Nelly Winita Boachi. I'm part of Grace International Christian Center and I'm part of the youth ministry.
It is important we understand that these fragments of our time is divided into 25-year cycles. So it means the first 25 years of your life is your morning time. Yeah. The next 25 years of your life is the afternoon. The next 25 years after that is your evening. And every time 25 years after, the next 25 years and more after that is your nighttime, it's night.
So what season would you say you're in?
As a 6-year-old, I'm in the morning season, and that can be very challenging in this day and age in our generation. Worldly challenges like peer pressure in school, like for me, I would say, like your friends will influence you into doing certain things you may not want to do, and stuff you see on social media or like you want to try, even though it may not be the right thing to do. So that can also impact whichever season you're in, especially in the morning season.
My name is Brittany Ofori and I attend GICC. I'm a part of the youth ministry. Right now, I don't think there's any challenges that will stop me. I don't think there's anything that can stop me from what I want to achieve in my afternoon season. But there are things that, went on in my morning season, I guess, that could kind of hold me back in my afternoon season.
Can you give me some examples of that, please?
So basically, I'm gonna just name them the morning seasons anyways, but morning season, when you're a lot younger, we follow the noise because silence is scary. So there's a lot of things that, I probably got involved with, or people I got involved with, just to make sure I was in silence, basically. So
would you say those people were like friends?
Friends, maybe attitudes, things that I wasn't raised kind of with, but I was introduced to just because I found silence very scary. I wanted to be where the noise was, so I followed the noise. Mm-hmm. And normally when you follow the noise, it doesn't mean there's anything good there. I didn't realize that it was a blessing to be in silence sometimes, because that's where you hear God.
It is very unfair to expect the sun or the light to shine brightest in the morning. It is only in the afternoon that the sun shines. Now watch this carefully. You realize that people seldom, I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but seldom sleep in the afternoon. Why is this so? Because that is when activities are at its peak. So in the afternoon season of your life, that is when you have the strength and the ability to maximize what you learned in your morning session to build up and achieve great. Because you see, after your afternoon, you are going to the evening.
Hi everyone, my name is Pastor York Egan. I'm an associate pastor in Grace International Christian Center, popularly known as GICC, and I've been given the commission to look after the youth ministry. Me personally, I'm in the afternoon, very close to the evening. But I'm passionate about the youth because when I was in my morning season, I made a lot of mistakes. I wasn't the quintessential pastor. I wasn't born and raised in a pastoral family. I did a lot of things as a youngster that I regret, but it shaped me to who I am today. So it makes me have a real heart for the youngsters. I just don't want to see them go down the wrong path. So that's why I'm very passionate about what I'm doing as a pastor in the ministry.
So you see, in the morning season, the light starts brightening or shining. And things are now beginning to flourish. It is a good place where you don't waste your time. Is somebody with me here today? It is very, very important we understand here. Because you see, there are people that are wasting their morning time. And by the time they get to the afternoon, it is difficult to recover what they lost in their morning time. We thank God for OJ's testimony, but look at it. If you look at athletics, for instance, there is a particular city. That's one of the careers that you retire at a very early age. Because there is so much that your strength can go. When you shift into a particular season in your life, you can't do it anymore.
The morning stage is like a training period. It's the time where education is compulsory. That's not a choice. So there's a lot of choices in life that isn't really your choice in the morning stage, because people have to make those choices for you in order for you to be what you need to be in the afternoon stage. But when you get to the afternoon stage and you didn't listen to those choices, now the choice is on your lap. And growing up, I realized that human beings don't trust their own choice. They don't trust their own understanding. Like, if I want to wear an outfit, I ask someone else their opinion, even if I feel like it's nice. I'll trust that their opinion is more valid than mine, if that makes sense. So going through it in the afternoon stage is a lot harder, I would say. But if you keep, disciplined in God's word and stuff, you can do it. It's just going to take you a lot longer.
If someone was unable to achieve what they aim to do in their morning season, how do you think this will impact their afternoon?
Like, say you get involved with maybe a group of people who do like drugs and gangs and stuff, and then that would affect your next season, as in, say you're going into university, college, and that would affect you to like maybe getting good grades. You'd end up being in that group, and then could affect you.
Now the day is over, night is drawing nigh, shadows of the evening still across the sky. The day is getting over. That's what it is. You see, it is important we understand this thing, that the sun will not always remain shining. There will come a time the sun has to go down, because it has finished with its work then. It has to shift to another dimension. And ladies and gentlemen, that is when we must start thinking, now you have the energy to do everything that you need to do. The scriptures that we read, it said it is important and it is wise to carry your yoke in your youth, because you see, the yoke is like a burden that is on the neck. Handle it now, because there's coming a time your neck will be so frail and weak that you can't carry it there. So this is the time to handle it.
I feel like having relationships in general is something we need to live, basically. And having a relationship with God keeps your mind disciplined, if that makes sense. If you know you have a strong relationship with someone, you wouldn't do anything to hurt them. You wouldn't do anything to cause distrust. You wouldn't do anything to make them doubt the relationship you have. So if you would do that with a human friend, then you should be able to do it with, our creator, the person, the reason why we're here, basically. When you have that relationship with God, you never feel alone. You never feel like you can't do something. You trust in Him to lead the path for you. You could walk without your eyes being open. You could literally be blind on earth, but still trust that He's protecting you and He's guiding you.
I think it's important because it allows, because normally in church, it's like most of us would follow our parents just to church and just sit around, just not pay attention. But the youth allows us to come together and actually listen to the word of God and allow us to understand how that could help our lives and how we can use it in our lives so that we can get to the next season with a foundation and a structure.
We encourage youngsters to come into the church, find something to do, and just give their all, because it's a dark world out there. You need the Lord to really protect you, guide you, and shape you into who He wants you to become. And that's what the youth ministry is all about. We're not here to judge and condemn the youngsters, but we're here to just, show them the ropes, prepare them for life, and nothing gives us more pleasure than to see them fulfill the will and the plan of God for their lives.
Welcome to the 7, let me show you what I'm about. You may know me as a now, I'm that kiddo from the south. God really made me different.